Thanks, Fred.
No, I got the lease I sent to you, okay?
You got the lease signed?
Yes, I sent to your email.
So that means we could cash the checks?
Yes.
All right, good girl. We've got 26. Look at
Yep.
that, team.
Sorry,
26. It's not bad. One rent.
And I'm glad that I kept all the commission. Like, you know, I didn't have to share it with another.
Yeah, I'm glad for you too. That was a great one.
Yeah.
Now save your money. That's what my dad would say. Save your money.
Can I have another bowl of this?
You have what?
Oil, I don't want that.
Wait, I gotta shut Maria up. She's talking and she's not here. Boom.
Cut that down.
Maria, put yourself on mute.
I did. What's up, Hugh?
What's up? Nothing much.
That was a good party last night, huh? Party. I don't know
Yeah.
why I call it party. But
It was a good gathering. I like the idea with the essence oil. You know, because you go to some smelly houses, you could set up that vapor and give it a nice aroma.
yeah,
I was
yeah.
using-
Smelly house,
Yeah.
smelly car.
Yes.
Also, it makes a nice gift. That diffuser is a nice gift.
Yes.
Get somebody that little bit of zen going in there. That's why I thought if you can tie that into real estate, I said you could come to the office because I don't want to just it wasn't supposed to be like an Amway party or anything like that. And they were not like a hard sell or anything like that. They weren't trying
No.
to do that, right?
No,
They
they
weren't
weren't.
like you gotta buy this much product and what. They didn't do any of that stuff, and I'm glad they didn't do it. Because that would have been bad. Chris is working on our photographs. That was cool too. Good photographer. Anybody needs a photographer, he's really good.
Okay.
Unfortunately, some of these photographers, they come out and they give you like one pic. And if you need a second one or a third one, you got to pay for them dearly. He just, every single pic that he flashed last night,
Yes.
he's giving me the entire set. So when it comes to my Tina Okino folder, it's going to be like all the pics, and it's going to be like 100 pics, and you could go through which angles, the lighting, and everything you want. Delete the rest, whatever, and they're super. They're all high resolution pictures and everything. So, you could keep them. You can, like I said, I give everybody like a link to the Google Drive, and then download your stuff, and then I save a couple and I delete the rest. I save the ones that I'm in, and he didn't take any in the area, but when he does it down here, he'll come into the conference room while we're doing a meeting, and then he'll put you in a cubicle and get a picture, which you could still do, by the way. Any of you can do that. So like Hugh, like one day you want to come into the office and you're in not a suit, but business attire, sit in a cubicle and have somebody take a picture of you like while you're on the phone and talking, to have a clipboard or writing notes or on your computer, something so that it all that kind of stuff is really good to have. You're out in the field. I went and showed a property for Donna on Sunday, and I ended up, hang on, let me pull it up here. I took a pic of the listing agent and I sent it to him just because I don't know why I did that. I'm not sure of the necessity of me being a member of New York State MLS, or can all of us be members? And because I have to maintain an office with HGuard. Unfortunately, I'd rather not give them 5 cents. But New York State MLS is not a member of the National Association of Realtors. So if we switched over and jumped into New York State MLS, anybody wanted to do that, we have a lot more freedom there because it's not connected to the NAR lawsuit. So I'm still learning the ins and outs of that. I don't want to lead anybody in the wrong direction, but at some point we're all paid up until December anyway, whoever's here now, and everybody in the office paid up till December. So come December, we're going to have a definitive answer on whether we're all going to jump ship, or you'll have an option to just say, you know what, I'm going to go and be a member of the New York State MLS and not HGuard. There's lots of crazy rules. As a matter of fact, our board of realtors is already, I don't know if you saw some of the emails, but they've already backtracked on a couple of the policies that they had in place for the longest time, that everything's attached to a penalty. And now there's no more penalty. You used to have to put a listing in the MLS within 24 hours. And now it doesn't need to be there anymore, and they're not going to enforce it. So we're in for a lot of rule changes. I appreciate everybody showing up today, and I appreciate you showing up last night. I'm learning the rule changes myself. I'm sitting in on 2 more think tanks this afternoon that all have to do with brokers coming up with a workaround that we can still offer a buyer's incentive. I think pretty much the consensus out there, even though buyers are just going, great, I don't have to pay a commission anymore. Sellers are going, great, I only have to pay for a listing now. I don't have to pay a buyer anymore. While they're still thinking that, the real estate community understands that unless there's a buyer agent compensation of some kind, we're open for a lot of problems. Because here's what's going to happen. You have a listing. Tina, you got a listing. And a buyer comes along and the buyer says, I'm working by myself. I don't have an agent. Well, why don't you have an agent? Well, I don't want to pay for a commission, so I can't get anybody to work for me. Okay, great. You like the house? I love the house. I want to put an offer in. Great. Submit your offer. Do you have a form I could fill out? I'm sorry, I can't help you. You're going to have to figure out how to get an offer to me any way you want. I don't care if you write it on a piece of loose leaf paper, but I need something in writing from you. Great. Here's my offer, Tina. Great. Okay. Present it to your seller. Congratulations, buyer. You have an accepted offer. Great. What do I do now? You're going to have to call your lawyer. I know, but can you give me a couple of names of home inspectors? I really can't. Why can't you? Because if something goes wrong and I gave you a home inspector, I don't work for you. So I can't have that happen. Oh, can't you represent me? I really can't. Why not? Because you are refusing to let me get paid. So you want me to do a second job and not get paid for it. So because of your decision, I'm sorry, I can't help you. You can say, if you choose not to pay me, then I'm sorry, I'm going to have to go. You're going to have to find somebody else to help you. But once you commit to working with somebody, and there's a house that is offering 2%, there's one that's offering nothing, and you say, I'm not showing that one because they're not offering me a commission, then you're in violation of your fiduciary duties. So in the past, when you took a buyer out, it was agency and fair housing, and then there was an exclusive right to represent, but it was pretty much, if you were not sure where the person came from, you wanted to make sure you're not wasting any time, right, Jenny? You sign them up. If they want to work for you, great. If they don't want to work for you, then, and you don't want to sign it, then fine. Now there's multiple options when you're working with a buyer. A buyer can say, A, yes, I'll pay you 2% commission out of my pocket. Or B, let's ask the seller to give you 2%, but if they don't, and they only give you, let's say 1, I'll give you the rest. I'll make sure you get 2%. That's option 2. Option 3 is you can put the offer in for me and add that commission into my offer so that I don't have to physically pay you, and the seller isn't physically paying you. It's going to be rolled into my closing costs, you know, in the form of a seller's concession. That's option 3. Option 4 is you can show me homes, but I'm not married to you. If you don't get paid by the listing agent, you're not getting paid. And that's good. So it's going to be 4 different options that we're coming up with a form. Rather than have 4 separate pieces of paper, I'm going to have a form, trying to get it onto one sheet, but then it gets too small, with checkbox which one you want. But when I first started, you didn't have to put a home in MLS. You took a listing, put a sign on the front lawn, you paid for a few ads, you did some open houses, nobody came, nobody showed up. I didn't get it sold. It's been a whole month. Holy crap. I got a 1-year listing, but whatever. My seller's like really pissed off. Okay, let me put it in MLS. And you just have to pay. It was like $19. You put it in MLS and it was like $19-20 a month. Still have to pay for to put them in MLS anyway, but it was $19 a month. And that basically said, hey, I can't sell this house. Real estate community, bring me a buyer.